Hello, I'm Scott Bulkey here with Hayley Bloody Valentine ahead of her upcoming fight at Wild FC against Andrea Garcia. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
And how are you feeling ahead of this upcoming fight?
I'm feeling sharp and focused for my upcoming fight, and I've had more time and I've had more mindset
Yeah.
preparation for this. So we've had more time and I feel quite focused for this one.
And how did it feel to be able to fight under the sun? I know you were in Miami last time and you're now in Spain. How did it feel to be able to fight in a little bit of better environment in the UK?
It's an honor to be on this one. When I got the notification like mentioned that I'll be on this card, it was quite a
Yeah,
privilege to be now focused on this. It's getting more recognized because it's run
yeah,
with Ilia Topuria, so that's why it's an honor to be on this card. And it means a lot. So, and to be at my weight division, it carries extra weight for me to prove that this weight is for me.
yeah, exactly. And you speak about that weight that you're now back at your weight class. How was that being able to fight at straw weight?
So there's always been times previously where I fought a
Yeah,
straw, where like I'm still in tune, I'm still like adventuring into like
yeah,
between the atom weights and the straw weights, but seeing the difference where like it's the you can see the difference in like my size and compared to my opponents, especially in Miami. It does pay a difference in the fight with the little weight difference. It's okay, but I know that my prime state is definitely the
yeah.
atomweight division.
And what do you feel like your strengths are in this fight?
So like it's been a mix where like I've been doing a lot. I'm not going to give too much away. Where like
Yeah,
I've been working, growing on the grappling, the conditioning, and it's that sharp focus, that mindset of being in that fight, where I can truly show that I am a mixed martial artist in this fight.
and am I correct in saying you're currently training out of BST?
Yes.
And how has that been, be able to have the people like Modestus, Jordan, Tyreek, how do you be able to get their experiences?
So with them, like they have their input on like the atmosphere and they
Yeah,
know the mindset where like, okay, this is where we're focusing on. And it's me to understand and not get too caught up in the moment where like this is the fighters, this is what we dream of, this is what we aim for. And we've been drilling stuff like this where we're not focused on what's going on in the, like around the fights, it's in the fight that matters.
yeah.
And I remember when Jordan cornered me for my pro debut. It's like if you watch back where I was like a character in a game and he was the controller, and I just listened to every aspect of what they were saying.
And you kind of are all a big family there. I
Yeah.
know Jordan never misses when Tyreek's in fighting. He's always front row, getting the atmosphere. Do you feel like that helps you guys just get the results? Because you all know you're all there, all helping each other out.
Yeah, this is a big thing. This is what a team is. This is one big family where we know the ins and outs and understandings of who we are as fighters. They know what I'm like. They know
Yeah.
what to say. They know what I'm like in training. They understand who I am and I know how they are. And it's the input we help to support and look out and we guide each other to be the best versions of who we are. And yeah, the team is key, but family is the key as well.
And what was it like your gym's reaction to hearing Jordan's unfortunate release from the UFC? Because I know speaking to him, he wasn't that surprised.
Yeah, well, it's something that we were shocked.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause from when he first got into the UFC and that fight was a freaking big opportunity where he took it a shortened
like 1 week's
distance of
notice.
notice. Yeah. And it was such a big opportunity. And he made a stamp that he could take this. He is made for the
Yeah.
UFC. And it was just a surprise that they only gave him that short bit of time in the UFC. But this is when the comeback will be strong and he proves that he is made for the UFC. We know he is. We are trained to be ready for the big dreams that we fight for. This is what we all aim for.
Yeah.
And we are ready that we are made for the UFC and we've got that insight of what is to be made, what is to be noticed, and what us fighters go through day by day and what we train in. So we are made for it.
And your last fight obviously was against Kenya. What did you feel like? How do you think that fight went for you personally?
It was an opportunity that it was very 50-50 with this fight where like I was going up weight and I knew that she had the boxing experience,
Yeah.
but she didn't have MMA. But she was training. We knew she probably trained for maybe for a year for MMA. So it was an opportunity, and we took the chance. Don't want to say it's a risk because it was a chance. And I'm glad I took it because it shows that I can take the fights that come to me. I'm ready for anything. And it wasn't the result that I'd liked. But
No.
if you look at that last round, it shows who the true martial artist was, where we
Yeah.
did a bit of standing and we took it to the ground, and it shows the areas where she needs to work on and knows that I can be the martial artist in the sport. And I know I can do these fights that are given to me.
And how much was it like? How much did you appreciate being able to fight on an all-female card as well?
Oh, that was amazing. And it's when, because we all put in the same hotel, and there
Yeah.
was one girl, Kate, which I've known for a long time. And we were like cracking jokes, talk about the show, and we're just like enjoying every moment of the show and the opportunity. And it's something that I don't regret. I really enjoyed it. Lovely people, lovely show. And I hope to be back on it soon at some point. And it's something that has prepared us for stuff like this, where you're going to get into, again, going international, getting ready for international fighters, and can be known as the underdog, which doesn't bother me. I'm ready for anything.
And you speak about the underdog. What was your reaction to Kate's fight? Because obviously she was coming in there as the underdog and got that fantastic stoppage. Well, like I think it was in the first round as well. How
Yeah,
did how did you find that?
I was proud of her, like, because it felt like we, like, sometimes when we're flown over to other
Yeah,
countries, we feel like we're gonna be there made to, not to lose, but to like, oh yeah, it's gonna be home turf war.
yeah.
And I'm glad she did it because she really put a stamp on that fight. And we talked to each other afterwards, and I was proud of her. I'm glad she made the UK proud, and she literally shocked. Like the way she did it as well was like it was amazing work, to be fair. And then she got her black belt not long after that as well. And yeah, it was a good show. That was proud moment for the UK.
And do you feel like there is somewhat of a limited opportunities for women's fighters? There's not that many divisions that solely focus on you guys.
Yeah, this is the thing where this is where you've got to go be international,
Yeah,
where you've got a broaden out. We're trying, but it's just hard for, especially for her, where
yeah,
people are scared to have that dent on their record, have a dent on their profile. This is why people are now scared to focus on the records and the actual status of someone. This is like you're supposed to fight. This is what
yeah.
fighters do. If it's even, we take these fights. This is what we train for. And it's not about being all showboaty and trying to look good. Look good in the cage. Look good
Mhm.
as a fighter, not on social media. It's all good to be on social media, but you're made as a profile fighter. You're a fighter. Be the harsh, aggressive striker. Be the aggressive grappler. That's what we are. That's
And
the sad thing about it.
And I think a lot of fighters, like you can kind of see that in the UFC, that they just get protected coming through these ranks. They get into the UFC, they get that big first test, and then it's over in the first round. Whereas you're currently in the regional scene, and this is where you need to perfect your skills. You take these challenges and learn from them. Even if it is a loss, learn from it, get better.
Yeah, it's like even for the losses, if you say for my fight, even though I lost, I still bit on my gum shield and
Yeah,
I stood there as a fighter, said I'm ready for these fights. You never back down. It shows you who you are as a fighter. And if you can make a stamp on, it's very back and forth in fights where it could be exciting. You don't want it to be boring, back and forth, just striking. You got to be a mixed martial artist. The grappling, the wrestling, you want to be a exciting fight and put on your characteristics in that fight. And that's the one thing I'd say about it.
and after you go out there and get the win in this fight, how are you celebrating in the sun?
I've still got a few things booked up for this year. I've got a few more guys fighting this year as well, so we'll get them ready.
Yeah,
And it's more like I've appreciated I've had two fights this year, which is I had it a couple of years ago, like again, struggling for my weight class. It's the most active I've been and I've loved it. And I don't want to stop. If I get another one, happy. But there's a few things of traveling, training, Yeah, I don't stop. It stops when it comes to Christmas a little bit for a month.
And where have been the best place that you've gone and been able to train in, like which country?
I've just been all over this year. I've been to Amsterdam, I've been to Tenerife, we did a bit of training out there, lovely. And it's just getting used to like, especially for Tenerife, it was the heat. So if I can get used to training non-stop in the heat, it's nothing when you feel claustrophobic in a fight because you're sweating, you're
Yeah.
tired. It's putting myself in different situations where I can control my pace in training. It's like when you go to Thailand, it's like hot as anything. If you can condition yourself to them, then you're ready for that fight. It's getting used to that body conditioning in a way. So
Well,
I like to travel all over.
tell me you don't get the heat from the UK.
Well, we've been quite lucky to be fair. So it's been all right, but Tenerife was better because it was just different heat.
Yeah.
So like I know it was a bit of a smaller room where we were in and it was proper non-stop training and I felt good. I loved it.
And what has been the toughest test so far in your career?
The toughest, I'd say, is just getting these fights. Like I'm training, people know me in the gym. I'm always there. I'm teaching, I'm training, and I'm learning. But the thing is in this sport is getting these fights. It's
Yeah.
that's the troublesome. Many would agree because I've seen many girls saying like they've had pull-outs after pull-outs, and it's stressful because when you're in a mindset of ready getting for a fight and you're 8 weeks in and people are pulling out, it's so stressful. And you're going for an up down, and your mind is changing on who you're facing, but it should never put you off. You've
Yeah.
just got to be ready, right? Okay, this is the standards, but I'm still training as I am. But that's my say toughest part in the sport.
And you say that you are teaching as well. How has that been to try and learn potentially even new angles to stuff?
It's never changed massively. Where teaching, it helps me to learn, it helps me to
Yeah.
detail everything. So it should never change anything when you're teaching. It helps me to adapt and gets me thinking like, okay, I could do this in the situation. Teaching is always learning yourself because you're drilling yourself as well. And I enjoy it because I see others clicking their heads like, okay, I get it. Or something like they I like to help. I like to help them. It's not helping me, but it helps me to be a good coach as well. So it helps me to advance in training, in drilling myself the techniques over and over and try to explain it as well. So that's how we advance. Even though I'm teaching, I'm still training. So I'm
Yeah.
never losing a chance.
And who do you feel like that's currently not signed into the UFC are the top three next to get signed?
Well, I'm seeing so many names at the moment where like I've literally not long just seen a I'm terrible with names, but Curtis,
Yeah,
who's
Curtis
fought on
Campbell.
FCC. Yeah, he's just signed as well on
Yeah.
the Dana White contenders. So people I've seen now are being signed for the contenders. And but it's mainly I want my team to have that chance soon. Having like guys like Marin, Tarek, I want Jordan to be back on it. I'd like to be on it, and hopefully they'll have my weight category in it as well. And it's just that I'm seeing so many people now advance into the UFC, and it's getting their chances in. So I can't say anything because everybody like Chanel Dyer.
Yeah.
Um, there's loads more I can name, but they're all
And
being signed already.
you bring up your weight class, but do you feel like they should be having more women fighting on the contender series? Because I think the only fight that I've seen is that Chanel and Dyer fight, and that's 5 fights, 10 at least 10 weeks. So one fight in 50. You can get a few more on there.
Yeah, like this is what I'm saying with the women's, where the contenders they need to like not just trying to say it's all just men. They need to do a whole card of just women as well for a
Yeah,
chance, because that's where everything's now lacking. Where like this, majority of men and some women, and it is a struggle for women. But it's like what Combati did. They did an all-female card, and they should probably do one for a contenders one for the Dana White contenders. And I don't know if it's just because women are getting more injuries or they're just starting to flag going to more jiu-jitsu or wrestling. But they should do that. That's my opinion, where they should do a Dana White contenders all female opportunity where strawweight, hopefully introducing the atom weights because they have mentioned it a few
yeah.
times when I've been listening to the recent shows from the commentators about atom weights. And now there was a recent one. Um, a girl fought I think about a couple of months ago. A girl I know called Alice Ardeline. She fought a girl that was atom weight. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't introduce it now, because they're all coming out now, to be fair.
And what did you make? I think it's not official that she's vacated. It might be called, but I think Wei Li has vacated her title to fight Shevchenko, and you've got Mackenzie Dern fighting Very for the title. What did you make of champions that have been dominant in their weight class, like Wei Li, having to vacate the title to have that double champ status?
You know what? I was shocked. I actually not long just seen that post, to be fair. So it's funny that you've just said it. It shocked me, to be fair, when I saw it. It's like, is this like now a shock to the system that they need to really up the women's division, especially with Mackenzie Dern? One that
Yeah,
was quite interesting to see that. Um, it's great, but it's is it a point to prove? That's one thing I want to see as well, to be fair. And that's 25th of October, I think I saw that date.
yeah. And who do you think gets the win in that fight?
Oh, see, I like Whaley. She's got a good style. I love Shevchenko, but Whaley seems to have that very dominant kind of style. She's so aggressive. Mackenzie Dern, and I'm not sure. I think to the other girl, because Mackenzie needs to really work on her striking, to be
Yeah.
fair. That's just my opinion. The other woman is quite in tune. She's proper mixed martial arts, I'll say.
And talking about Shevchenko as well, she's had that trilogy with Alexa. Do you feel like that has kind of shown some flaws in Shevchenko's game that Whaley could potentially capitalize on?
For sure. So when you've had trilogies, they will show you many areas now
Yeah,
of your striking and everything. And Shevchenko was one of the and she is, to be fair, one of the best female fighters out there as well. But when you have trilogies against the same person, it shows you the areas more and more. So, but that's what fights and shows want. They want trilogies.
yeah,
That's what makes it exciting, which it did, to be fair. But it does, I think, it will show you more flaws. And she's now got that understanding of how to work Shevchenko. So it'll be interesting to see.
exactly. And we can't wait to see you light up that UFC Weight division in the future very soon. Make sure you guys tune in on September the 13th to WoW, where you can see Hayley get the victory and get back in that win column. Is there anything you'd like to add or anyone you want to shout out?
Or a shout out to my team and my family. And this is quite a big opportunity that we're bringing home.
Yeah,
And we're going to make a stamp in Madrid. And I'm going to bring home that win.
exactly. The Brits are coming to take over the Tenerife. Thank you so much.